How's it going, everyone? This is Cloud Chief, and in today's video I am continuing my new player's guide for leveling up from level 1 to 99. So at this point, if you were following part 1 of my guide, you should be at least level 15, hopefully closer to level 20, and also hopefully you've been exploring some of the zones outside of town and even beyond that. You want to make your way out to the crag zones because there's going to be particular mobs that we want to farm items off of that you're going to use for a quest. If you're from Windurst, you're going to want to make your way to Tarongi, and to do that you're going to need to go to East Saruta Baruta, and the zone to Tarongi Canyon is all the way at the northeast side of the zone. Now just be aware there are some cliffs, so you need to go north and basically stay on the west side. Once you go along a cliff wall, you'll be able to go east once you go up a little ramp, and then from there just keep going east, and then you'll go north, and then you will zone into Tarongi Canyon. If you are from Sandoria, you want to make your way to Lethane Plateau, and to get there you're going to go in West Ronafair and pretty much go straight south. While the zone line is a little bit to the west, just pretty much go south and you should find some trails and just follow them, and that'll zone you into Lethane. And if you are from Bastok, you need to make your way to Constanchant Highlands, and to make your way there you need to first go to South Gustaberg and go all the way west. Once you're pretty much to the west side of the zone, you're able to actually follow a path going north, and that will zone you into the southwest side of North Gustaberg. From there you pretty much just want to go straight north for a very long time, pretty much following the path. You should go over a bridge, and after going over that bridge you should not long after hit the zone, which will be the Crag of Dem or Constanchant Highlands. Once you've made it to your corresponding crag zone, you can just spend some time exploring and leveling up, because there will definitely be higher level mobs than you had in your previous zones. The real goal at this point though is to obtain 3 items, all the same item, off of mobs, and it's going to vary depending on what city you started in. If you are from Bastok or Sandoria, you both want to find huge wasps and go ahead and kill them, and you're trying to get 3 bee pollen off of these guys. Just so you're aware, from my experience when I was doing this, if you were in Constanchant, there are huge wasps everywhere across the zone, and definitely utilize wide scan. If you are from Sandoria and in Lethane, the huge wasps that I was seeing were only really spawning near the big ravines. So if you pull up your map, you'll see these giant ravines located on your map, and I was always finding the wasps near there, but wasn't really finding them anywhere else in Lethane. And if you are from Windurst in Tarongi, you need to farm the Mandragoras with the name Pygmies, and they should drop a Mandragora Dewdrop. You will need 3 of these. Alternatively, if you don't feel like farming these items are sellable and purchasable on the auction house. So if you're up for it, you could always try and see how much they cost and pick them up off the auction house rather than trying to farm them yourself. So once you get 3 of them, we're ready to try and head to the next zone. So once you have all 3 items, you also want to make sure that you are at least level 18, because you need to be 18 for this quest. Once you have the 3 items and you're at least level 18, we're now going to make our way out to the small towns of Selbina and Mara. If you are from Sandoria or Bastok, you will make your way to Selbina via the Valkyrin Dunes. And if you are from Windurst, you're trying to make your way to Mara through Boomerimu Peninsula. So if you are from Sandy and you're in Lethane, you pretty much want to go to the center of the map and head south. The zone to Valkyrin Dunes is pretty much in the center of the map all the way south. You should find a road that literally leads to the zone line if you keep heading south. Once you zone into the dunes, you will be on the northeast side of the map. From here, just make your way to literally the center of the map on H9, and that's where you will zone into the town of Selbina. If you are from Bastok making your way to the dunes from Constantin, you will want to be on the northwest side of the map, and that's where the zone line is. There is another zone line on the northeast side of the map, but as long as you stay pretty much west and almost just a straight shot from Gustaberg where you zoned in, once you come out of the cavern, if you head west, then you just will be straight north pretty much, and you will hit the dunes. Once you zone into the dunes, you will be on the southeast side of it. Just head north. You will have to head through a tunnel. Be careful because the bats do sound aggro in the tunnel, but they're low level, so they should be easy to take out. Afterwards, just make your way west until you make it to the same spot, H9, for Selbina, where you will zone in. And if you are Winders making your way from Tarongi Canyon to Boomerimo Peninsula, you pretty much are going to want to be on the center of the map and just head east. It's going to be the only zone in the middle of the map that's on the east side. And it's not terribly far north of where all the mountains are. So once you break out of the mountains and it kind of opens up, if you cut east, you will find a path cutting into the side wall mountains, and that will zone you into Boomerimo Peninsula. Once you are in the peninsula, you pretty much want to keep heading east. And you're going to want to head east until you get out of the mountain range. As soon as you get out of the mountain range, start heading southeast and make your way to I-9, which is where you will zone in tomorrow. So once you zone into these towns, you should actually get a cutscene saying that the mayor is looking for adventurers. Go ahead and make your way over to the mayor's office. And if you are in Selbina, you want to head over to F9. And if you are in Mara, you want to make your way to the governor's house, which is in the southwest side of town, but you want to head up the stairs to the same location of F9. Once you are there, talk to the secretary at the desk, then afterwards go talk to the mayor or the governor. After which he should ask you for the corresponding items that you went ahead and farmed or bought off the auction house. Go ahead and trade them, and then you should go ahead and get a cutscene with Gilgamesh. Once you finish the cutscene, you should actually get a key item of Gilgamesh's introductory letter. At this point, we want to head over to the subjob quest NPC. If you are in Selbina, you're going to want to go talk to Isatio at G10. And if you are in Mara, you want to go talk to Vera, who is also at G10. After speaking to these NPCs, you should have unlocked your subjob, which allows you to equip a second job that is always half the level rounded down of whatever your current job is. And you will get all job abilities, job traits, and even a little bit of attributes of whatever sub-job you have. The thing about it is, you do need to level up your sub-job. So if, say, you only leveled up War, and now you want to go War Monk, if you go ahead and equip it, your Monk's only going to be level 1, so you'll be likely like level 20 War, level 1 Monk. So what you need to now do is go switch your Monk so it is main and start leveling that up. Once that gets a few levels, then you can, switch jobs, and then you're not going to have a Gimp sub. Don't go and start leveling your sub job just yet. There's a couple more things we want to do that is going to make your character much stronger and make even leveling your sub job or your main job even easier than it's already been. Once you have finished unlocking your sub job, if you are in Selbina, you want to head over to H10 and talk to Pacomart, and he will go ahead and warp you to Norg. And if you are in Mara, you want to make your way to H9 and talk to Tanasav, and he will warp you to Norg. Now that you are in Norg, make sure you go ahead and get the home point crystals here so that way you can easily warp back. It would be a good idea to go and get the survival guide while you're here also. Norg is actually on an island that is away from the mainland where you just were, and normally you would have to jump through a bunch of hoops to even make your way here. So the fact that you're here, grab that home point, because again, it's just going to make things so much easier later that you can just warp back here. Once you've picked up the home point, go ahead and make your way to K9 and click on the oaken door. This is actually going to kick off a cutscene, which is a continuation of Rhapsody Missions of Vanadiel. Once the cutscene ends, you should get a key item, the Rising Gema Sanctorium Orb. But don't go ahead and leave just yet. Make sure you click the oaken door again for another cutscene, and you don't want to miss this next key item because this is where you're going to get all the bonuses. So after you finish a very short cutscene, you should now get another key item that is called Rhapsody in White. And this gives you a bunch of bonuses, including additional XP that you're going to get when killing mobs, and you can also summon another trust. So now you can have a party of up to 5 members, making you even that much stronger and making it that much easier to level. In addition to all that, it also increases your skill rate gain, so that way you will actually skill up whatever weapons or magic that you're using even faster, and actually reduces the amount of gil it costs to warp from home point to home point, and also the cost for tabs from doing Fields of Valor. And last but certainly not least, you now actually get access to the Curio vendor moogles. And these are great because you can purchase all kinds of things from these guys. And the more Rhapsody in whatever color, since we just got white, the more of those you get, the more items you can purchase from the Courier Moogles. You will get different colors of Rhapsody just by going through more Rhapsody missions, but we're going to be doing that later. You want to make sure, though, you go and pick up any items that you may want from the Courier vendor Moogles. And you can find them in Port Sandoria at J9, at Port Bastock at K13, and Port Windurst at M4. And these guys sell everything from food to potions to keys to ninja tools to ammunition for range attacks. It's just a great place to go for consumable type items that you're typically going to use. So make sure you make your way over there and check what items before you venture back out. At this point, you can go ahead and head back to your main town, and I might at this point, because you should have accumulated enough sparks, go ahead and, sell some more shields, and then go ahead and start picking up some maps, because at this point you're going to start really venturing out beyond just your hometown, and the next big step is really making your way to Juneau, but we'll be diving much more into that in the next video. If you are from Sandoria, you could go pick up maps in North Sandy at I-8 from Alaska, or you can pick them up from Violet at South Sandoria G10. If you're from Bastock, you can pick up maps from Kareen and Bastock Markets at H9, or Rex in Port Bastock at J7. And if you're from Windurst, you can pick them up from Moji Rakura at Port Windurst at G9, and Peki Machuant in Windurst Woods at H11. In terms of what maps you should pick up, you can focus more on what the cheap ones are, and you shouldn't really need to go over a few K for maps at this point in time. Of course, when you get some more money, it's good to come back and pick them all up, but don't worry too much about it now. You can always come back and pick up more, and there's even additional NPCs in both Juna, Selbina, Mara, and even the White Gate zones. So if you happen to be there later and you want to pick up a map, you don't have to go back to the starting cities. There are NPCs all over Vanadiel that you can buy maps from for gil. You definitely want to make sure you have your subjob leveled, because that's going to make you much stronger and just more versatile. And then just focus on getting your levels up. You could start making your way to Juneau while leveling. You could get to Juneau beforehand and get there about level 20 and then start going through the quest to get a Chocobo license and then your mount. But you're typically not going to be using your mounts until you've really leveled past 30, and then you're starting to venture out some. But again, we will go over that in part 3. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel. And as always, may you have success in all you do.